On. All right, now you should hear me. This is Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India. We're doing so much fun with ham radio, and we're going to have some fun tonight. We got all kinds of stuff we're doing. For the first time in the history of this podcast, I am using, what am I using? Zoom. So you can actually join this podcast right now live if you would like to. Just go to my Facebook, send me a message on Facebook, and I will give you the link. Or email me at ko4pdi@1791.com, and I will get you the link, and you could join us live. We already have a few people in the chat. Let me just check. We got 4 people in the waiting room. My good buddy Don is here. TJ Walden is here. And Doug Priest is here, and we're going to get you all on here. Doug will add you to the room first, and then TJ and then Don will be coming in the room. And here we go. We're getting them in the room right now. Whoa, we got it. We got TJ just below me, and we got Don to the top right, and Doug is in the bottom right. And let's see. Let me get out of here. All right, so we're doing this live so they can chime in and talk to us too. And talk about what we're doing. Yeah, I hear you, Doug.
Okay.
Is that you, Don, or Doug?
I was trying to talk, but I think Doug is too.
All right, Doug, I'm not hearing you. Let me just check. You're not muted, Doug. You should be able to come on. So when you talk, I'll hear you.
I didn't say a thing.
Oh.
It's picking him up and it's putting it on the whole screen on Zoom. But now on YouTube, I'm on YouTube, and I don't.
You just seeing me.
I just see you. That's it.
That's because I didn't change screens yet, and I have to change the video input. We're going to take it off of the virtual camera, switch it to me, and turn it on. Come on, camera. Oh, I got to get off this screen. Let me go Zoom call. Here we go. Now on YouTube, you should see everybody, Don. Might give it a second. Might be a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, there might be a delay, but no so far.
All right, I got it. All right. So, guys, what we're going to do is I'm going to start talking. What'd you say?
So now I'm seeing. Here, can you see this? On Zoom? Oh, wait. Oh, no, it won't work. I'm seeing you in the top right. Me. Are you top left? Me top right. TJ, bottom left. It's covering the whole YouTube screen.
Right, and there's Doug. Doug just came on. Hey, Doug.
Hey, Dave. How you doing?
All right, just so you know, if you're not familiar with the way Zoom works, only one person can talk at a time. It's like going into a FM bird. Only one of us can talk at a time. It'll mute everybody else while I'm talking and vice versa. So, okay, just sit there quietly, and I'm going to run this show from here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to try to experiment with a couple of different views. What can happen is I can pin you. If I pin you, then you'll be the main image. I asked ChatGPT just before we went on how to do that. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin me right now. Oh, man, I'm looking right into a light. Pin. Okay. So I'm pinned right now. Nobody else is going to go up. And what we can do is we could click speaker. And now I'm full screen, and you guys should still be somewhere on the screen. Do you see yourselves? Still, if you're looking at YouTube, it's going to be delayed.
Yeah, I see the 4 of us on one screen. You know, on the big screen, I got you, Mike.
Perfect. It's working. All right. So here's what we're going to talk about. You know, I'm big into satellites, and I can't get enough of them. I just love doing it. So what we're going to do, oh, that's not what I want. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you some stuff. We actually at 6:12, which is in about 8 minutes or 7 minutes, we're going to have a satellite pass of RS-44. Now, this is the normal screen I use when I'm doing a satellite pass. You can see the antenna On the bottom right, you can see the radio in the center on the right. The top right normally has my image, but I can't use the camera in two places at one time. So I'm using it for Zoom. Can you guys see this screen on YouTube? Don, can you see the satellite screen on?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it on YouTube, but I wasn't seeing anybody else. I was seeing you big and you small on YouTube when you had it on the other screen. But I see everything you're trying to show now.
Okay, good. So, how you doing, Rob? KB6JFL is in the room. He's watching on YouTube. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to discuss a little bit about how to do FT4 on satellites. There's a satellite coming up in a couple of minutes, PO101. It's only a 16-degree pass, but we should be able to pick up FT4 on it. We're going to see. I got it. Let me pick it out. PO101. I click on it, and now it populates all the information about the... oh, wait a minute. PO101 is not FT4. Son of a gun. I thought it was. All right. I thought PO101 was an FT4 when it isn't. It's got CW, but all right, forget that one. XW2C, but that's only going to be a 5-degree pass. That has FT4 on it. I just emailed a guy. I was on RS44 before about 5:20, and I was trying to do FT4, and he was calling me. He's from another part of Florida. I sent him an email with a link to the group here, hoping that he would join us for the Zoom meeting. But he hasn't joined me yet, and I haven't heard back from him because I'm not on my email right this minute. Anyway, you notice in this window here, you can see digital FT4, and it's on 435, 168 is the uplink, and 145, 797 is the downlink. All right? All right, Don is sending me a message. He says, I'm not on the SAT page anywhere. You don't see you don't see that?
I don't see you at all. I just see.
No, you're not going to see me. Okay. You're not going to see me. That's okay.
Sure, 'cause you usually do that. So that usually you're in the bottom, you know.
Right. I know. Not tonight. So anyway, this is where you would set up. This is coming from the SAT box, which is controlling my 9700 and the rotor. So it's controlling the aiming of the antenna, and it's also controlling the Doppler effect on the 9700, as you can see with the frequencies bouncing back and forth. Now, in order to do FT4, you need WSJTX. Well, if you were using the old version of WSJTX, what you have to do is set up 2 instances of WSJTX. One listens and one transmits, because it didn't have the ability to do full duplex. We have that ability now. So let me get that up on the screen. And let me set that all up. I use ham radio deluxe. It's that left here. You see you can see this, right? Just give me, somebody say yes.
Not JTDX. It's still just a SAT screen and your tower and your radio.
That's because YouTube is delayed.
Oh, yeah, there it is. It's there.
Okay. So if you notice, you see in the red, the frequency in red, it's got 145.800, 0.022. That is the actual frequency that's on my 9700 right now. How do I do this? All right. Well, first of all, I'm not going to go through the whole setup of WSJTX. Hopefully you know how to do that already. And I happen to use it with Ham Deluxe, which makes life much, much easier. You don't have to change the radio. Set up the Ham Radio Deluxe for every, and then to tell.
Your sound's breaking up, Mike. I don't know if it's somebody else's mic catching something.
I don't know what to do about that. Breaking up right now. Issue. Put it in or type it in the chat so I know. All right. If you look at the WSJTX screen over here, you see the red? That was me calling Kilo Juliet 4 Sierra Kilo Oscar on satellite. He called me. He's calling CQ, CKJ4SKO up here in pink. He's calling out CQ. So I responded to him with a signal report. And then, let's see, he didn't respond back. I heard him. The pink is him calling me. So twice I sent him a signal report. That's what's in red. So when I transmit, I can actually hear myself coming back. How do I do that? On the top here, where it says decode, can you see this? Read this where my mouse is? Hit the drop down menu. You could read that, right? Notice this says right here, full duplex mode. New thing with WSJTX Improved. This video shows you where to go get this. Hold on a second. Bad dog. What did you chew up?
Hi, my name is Roger. I started taking from nature about 5 years ago, and for several weeks I was.
Can you guys hear me? Don, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
The dog just chewed up a mic cable. Bad. Bad dog. Dogs like toroids. Look at that.
Oh no.
Oh wait, you can't see me. Hold on. Let me go back to you can see me on the Zoom meeting, you can't see me on
I can't see the dog.
Yeah, here's this stupid dog that just chewed up my cable. Look at this.
I can see
Nice
it.
job.
Bad dog.
Toroid looks fine, but the cable's shot. Bad
They're
dog.
$6.
I got plenty of mic cables. I got another one, but I'm just mad at her that she did. All of a sudden, I heard her chewing. I thought she went and got her bone from the other room. No, she was chewing the mic cable. Maybe that's why my sound was breaking up, because she was shorting it out.
Say that toroid.
All right, I'm back. Now, where was I? Before my dog so rudely interrupted me. Greg's getting a good laugh out of it. I need to invest in lots of bones. Oh, my God. I can't believe it. All right, I got knocked off my game a little bit there, but I'm going to try to bring it back into focus. All right. What do I have highlighted here? Let me delete this. Oh, I totally forgot where I was. What was I talking about?
You got to put back the screen first of all.
All right. What are you looking at now?
Just you.
And here's a satellite pass. Greg's having a good laugh at me. All right. Goldie pulled the sound cord. Cute, Don. Hey, this is what we do, right? We tinker, we have fun, we do things. All right. Where was I? All right. So I was talking about WSJTX Improved. Like I said, the link for WSJTX Improved is in the notes on this video. So you can go back to it and click on it. I'm never going to live this down. KB6JFL says, hey, the other day you didn't have it plugged in anyway. Oh, man. I'm going to have to change that. Can you still hear me? 1, 2, 3, 4. I know I can't hear myself in the headphones, which means I'm disconnected.
I can hear
from
you.
the...
That's fine. That's fine.
All right. I'm disconnected from the mixer right now. So, because that cable, I got to replace that cable. Well, I can do that later. All right. You know, all I can say is you got to have fun with life. You cannot let life get to you. In the words of Forrest Gump, shit happens. So let's go back to gallery. Now I can see you guys. Hey, Doug, you're still there. He's awake. That's good. TJ's still here. Everybody's here. Okay. Anyway, what I was trying to say was get WSJTX Improved. It has a bunch of different things. You go into the decode mode to put it on full duplex, which gives you the ability to transmit and receive. And since we don't have, oh wait, it's doing it right now, but I'm not on a satellite that does it.
You got all 4 of us on YouTube.
All right now I'm on XW. I know I have all 4 of you on YouTube right now. XW2C is up right now. And actually, it's coming up in a few seconds, but it's only going to be a 4-degree pass. Don, cut it out. You're making me laugh. Look what Don just sent me. Oh, you can't see it. The YouTube people can see it. Just so you know, everybody, this is the first time I'm attempting this, and I've yet to perfect it. So it's really hard to get this all on the screen and everything the way I want it to be. And I'm working on it. I'll get there. This is the first attempt at it. I paid for Zoom. I might as well use it, right? And this way I can get a bunch of people on here at the same time, which would be nice. All right. Anyway, let's get the FT8 screen up there again. That's where the FT4 is. So I'm going to just show you here. All I have to do when I want to switch from my 7300 to my 9700 is go in here and go to settings. And right here, you see can you see that? Let me make that big in for you guys. All right. Oh, you can't see that. You can't see it in Zoom. You can see it on YouTube. How do I get it on Zoom? Oh, I know how. That's how. Okay, so now you can see it, right? You can see the WSJTX Improved screen. The top 2 lines here, you pick the sound card for the radio you're using. So up here, you hit the down, and on mine, I actually labeled my sound cards with the right radio that they're on. So 9700, 9700. When I want to switch back to the 7300, I change these both back to the audio inputs and outputs of the 7300. So I can go back to doing regular FT8 when I'm done with this. Uh-oh. I can't find the dog. What's she chewing up now? Goldie ran. Yeah, I don't know where she went. I'm kind of worried. Goldie, watch this. She loves cashews. Let me go back, change the screen. Oops, that's not what I want. I'm still learning all this, folks. Forgive me. Forgive me if I screw it up here. She loves cashews. Goldie. Oh, God. She's sliding on the floor. She ran so fast. Come here. Here, come on. Come up and say hi to everybody. Come on. You want to cook? What? Come on. Up here. Here, come here. There's the first one. She loves cashews. Come here. Say hi to everybody. Come on. Up here. Up. 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 Come on. Come on. Come and get it.
Goldie.
She won't get in the shot. I don't know why. All right, good girl. You stay here. Stay here with me, all right? The other thing I do is throw a couple of these on the floor, and she'll just stay right here finding them all. My cleaner lady's going to like it because she's never going to have to find... Come on, Goldie, there you go. Go get them. Right over there. Right, look, over there. Over there. Look. Look on the floor, you idiot. She doesn't know where to find them. Oh, this is so professional, isn't it? It's just working so good. All right. Anyway, you guys watching on YouTube can see the screen, and I could do that on here also. Switch to virtual camera. So there's the screen. So this is the settings window. That's exactly what it's all about, Don. So this is the settings window, and you can see here's where you set your sound cards up. So once you set your sound cards up, you're all set. And now I'm transmitting. I'm still calling this one guy, even though I haven't been on that bird in a while. Let me see. PO 101 is up right now. Yeah, the next satellite that has FT4 is RS44. It's not going to rise until 7/16. So, yeah, we won't be doing that on the live feed, but I'll set it up to do that. But what's really nice about WSJTX Improved is the fact that you can go over here. For instance, I have it set up right over here, your fast decode with full duplex. Here's your mode right there. Filters here. View. Let's switch it from dark view. I'll turn off the dark view. There you go. Now it's white. It's a little easier to see for you guys on the stream. But because I'm on the sound cards for the 9700 as opposed to the 7300, you can see that it's able to control the 9700. So I got the sat box controlling the Doppler effect. I got the sat box controlling the rotator. And I have WSJTX listening on the audio side. No. All right. Don's asking a question. I'll put this up so you guys on YouTube can see it. He says, so on a linear, is there a certain part of the frequency that's for digital? No. If you look at the screen, let's switch back to the SAT screen. I'll switch to that, and there, you got it on the screen there too. You can see on the SAT screen here, this is RS44. Here are all the transponders that are on RS44. It's not just a different frequency on the same radio. It's a totally separate thing. So voice is 145,965 up, 435,640 down. I got a RIT in there of 1,800. But look, FT4 is 145,993. That's 30 megahertz above where the voice is. It's a whole separate radio. And the downlink is 435,612. So now you know that's how you do RT4. Every satellite that has that FT4, there is a separate transponder that does FT4. RS44 has it. I think JO97. Let's just click on JO97. I believe that has an FT4 also. Yes, it does. You can see here the uplink is 435,118. The downlink is 145,857. And the dog disappeared again. Hold on a second. Hey, what are you doing? Come on. I'm going to shut the door so you can't get out of here. You're going to chew something up. You're going to do it in front of me. I'm going to stop you. All right. Isn't it nice having a puppy? I found out she's 11 months old. So, all right, let's go back to the, oops, I didn't mean to do that. That was a mistake. All right, so I'm back. Now I'm going to switch back to the Zoom call over here. I'll bring you guys back on the screen. We'll go back to, instead of pinning me, we'll go back to the gallery view. I can see all you guys again. Anybody got any questions? Speak up, I can hear you. Doug's got his mic muted. That's okay. Look at Doug sitting in his garage. You got to see Doug's ham shack. He's got a nice setup. Doug's got a nice setup over there. But the reason I'm looking up to the left is that's where the monitor is where I'm watching the Zoom call. It's up to my left. If I look straight ahead into the camera, you can see me. I can't see you. But anybody got any questions on that? Wow. Keep it down. You're getting too rowdy.
So I got a TS2000, so I won't have the SAT box that shows the frequency, so I'm going to have to look them up probably on the AMSAT page. It'll show the frequency for digital.
Yes. Every satellite, if you go to the AMSAT status page and look at the AMSAT status page, look for the satellite. If you click on it, if it's got a line under it, click on it. Take you to a link. It'll tell you everything you need to know about that satellite. If it has a FT4 transponder, if it has linear or FM repeaters on there, and this way you can find out that way. So that's the easiest way to do it in my book. Okay. I love doing that. Anybody else? Anybody in the chat got any questions? Come on now. Now's a good time. I'm going to try to move this screen so I'm not looking into the light.
I'm looking at the chat, so if you want me to, if you can't see the chat, I can tell you what the questions are if any pop up.
All right, yeah, do that. Let me know if you see something. I'm going to move you to the screen in front of me, which makes it much more normal to talk to you. No, the dog's now sleeping to the left of the green screen behind me. Thanks, Doug. So what you got to remember is I have not yet made a QSO and FT4 on satellites. I had Mike, I can't remember his call sign. He's in Fort Myers. He's the one that suggested I start getting on the FT4 for satellites. IO-117 used to be a great bird to do packet radio. What'd you want to say, Don?
Or black on YouTube, just a black screen.
Yeah,
What the heck? Oh, that's because I I forgot. See, that's because I moved the Zoom call from here to another monitor. I forgot to change this display capture to the right monitor. Let me pick the right monitor. There you are. Now you're on there. You're on there with everything else, too. So you can enlarge this. And you can see the YouTube chat on the left. So if somebody types something. Now you see yourselves, right?
It was there for a second, then it went back to probably your left. Okay. Now the chat's showing. You gotta move.
I made the screen bigger. That's why it might have changed.
Yeah, move it the other way.
You don't see it right now?
It's too big.
Oh. Wait a minute. What the heck?
I see the chat on the left and you on the right.
I see that. I see what you're talking about. I'm fixing it right now. That's not the one. I delete that. This is the one I got to change. No, that's not the one either. This is the one. Man, I'll tell you, you don't ever want to do this.
Make it smaller and then drag it probably to your right.
It's easy for you to say. I have like different things in the same window that are all on the same screen. So I'm trying to figure out which one's the right one to switch the size of. That's the one.
You were highlighted in green. But see, is a delay now, so I can't.
Yeah, give it a second. It'll work. Bear with me, everybody, because this is the first time we're attempting this. All right, count to 10. Huh?
Yep.
That's how you learn.
Yeah, you got to do it to learn how to do it. So there's so many guys that do live streams and stuff like that, and what they do is they use StreamYard. I hate StreamYard. I have OBS. I cannot use anything in OBS through StreamYard. At least if I do Zoom, I can control everything that you're seeing on the screen from OBS. OBS is the program I use to get it on the air. What do we got here?
Hey, it's a write-off.
Let's see. Where's the chat? Oh, I got to bring it up a little higher. There we go. Greg, I'm only using portable for satellites, is what Greg's saying. We'll put the chat down here. Where's feature chat? Oh, we get rid of this. Get rid of chat. We'll put feature chat on there. And there we go. And whoop. And we'll bring that up a little so you can see it. There you go. All right. I just got FTA going on HF. It's going to be a while. Don't have a base station to do that with. That is what Greg is saying. Greg's a good guy. Greg came down here on vacation, and we went to Kennedy Space Center together, me and Greg. It was a lot of fun. So, yeah. So good for you, Greg. You'll get it. You'll figure it out. And he says he's only using portable for satellites right now, which means he's going to be doing FM satellites, which they're dwindling in numbers. There's not as many as there was when I started. That AMSAT status page, you used to have to scroll through it. There were so many satellites. Now it's just one page. You could see it all on the screen. So, yeah, I get it. So anyway, FT4 to satellites. Now, why is it FT4 not FT8? Because satellites are only up there for 8 minutes, and to make a QSO in FT4 is going to take you at least 3 minutes, 4 minutes. So with FT8, it would take 3 or 4 minutes to complete a QSO. It's 15 seconds each way. So with FT4, it's much faster. That's why they do FT4 on satellites. Anybody got any questions? Yes.
I don't have any questions on FT4, but so for a while there, I was working the green cube. What is it? IO117.
IO117.
Does the ISS have a digipeater that works the same way? Do you know?
No, but they do have APRS.
Okay.
You can send APRS messages to the ISS and get answers back. And Joe Domaleski, what is his call sign? KI4ASK. He's up in Georgia, up in Atlanta. He does that a lot. He does a lot of APRS on the ISS, where he sends a message and it comes back. And the nice thing about APRS, say he sends a message early in the pass where before I can even hear it, he could send me a message. And if I'm listening with a APRS radio, I can pick up that message when the ISS comes over me, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, let's see it. Oh, here's the chat. I just figured out how to get the chat on the screen. Hey, winning. Oh, Merry Christmas, Doug. Thanks a lot, man. Thank you for the kudos, Doug. Are you leaving?
Yeah, I gotta go.
You got a Phillies game or something you got to watch? Doug's a big Phillies fan. The Flyers, of course. I knew it. All right,
Absolutely.
man. Go enjoy it, Doug.
Hey,
Thank you so much for being here.
See you guys later.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Take it easy. All right. So anyway, now it's just the three of us and anybody else watching. I don't even know if anybody else is watching. I can't really tell from this
13
position.
people.
Wow, 13 people. I better be nice. I better not say anything bad on anybody. Let's see. How's that screen look? I don't know. It doesn't seem to be fitting on the screen right. I can't watch it and do it at the same time. So anyway. All right. So no questions. Nobody's, TJ said he's doing FM satellites this time, Greg, and working with a mobile. Looking forward to hearing you on the sat. All right, TJ. Yeah, you will. You'll hear Don will be on air every now and then. Notice right now he's on the International Space Station in the cupola, although he's not weightless. So, TJ, you've been real quiet.
I'm just over here messing with my Go box, adding SO50 to it right now.
Oh, okay.
SO50 is making sunrise or making horizon in an hour and a half, so I'm getting that added and getting ready for that.
All right. Cool. I love doing satellites. It was something that I fell into, and I absolutely I was thrilled with it. When somebody says you could work sats, I was so excited. The bad thing was my Elmer, Jim, ND1C, I went to him and I said, so, Jim, how do you work satellites? How do you do that? He goes, I have no idea. I went, wait a minute, what? I have no idea. And when I started doing this, which was 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago, let's see, April will be 4 years I got my license. So when I first started doing this, Heavens Above, ISS Detector wasn't out yet. GoSat Watch was out, but GoSat Watch didn't agree with Heavens Above. The TLE data wasn't the same and everything. It was a pain in the butt. And I was pulling teeth. I bought the egg beater antennas based on a Sean Kutzko video he did for DX Engineering. I bought a set of egg beaters, which I just sold to a guy in Ormond Beach. Thank God I got rid of them. Somebody could use them. And then I got a couple of Yagis, but they weren't really great Yagis. One was a 70 centimeter, one was a 2 meter. Now I finally have really nice Yagis, but my tower is damaged and I can't lower it until I get it fixed, which is going to happen tomorrow, hopefully. So I'll be able to raise and lower it all I want after tomorrow.
Finally.
Yeah. Well, I got a welder coming. I got the plate from DX Engineering for the base. It's the Roan tilt-over base. But the problem is, normally when you install this base, you put it in with J-bolts that are buried in the concrete. When you pour the concrete, you put the J-bolts in. Well, the concrete's there already. I can't put J-bolts in it, and all it has is 6 holes to put in concrete anchors. Well, it's 50 feet tall. I'm thinking concrete anchors, that tower gets hit with the wind, starts doing this. Those concrete anchors are going to do this in the hole and loosen up and eventually come out, and that thing's going to fall over. So my good friend Tim, WA3QCV, came up with a great idea. He said, cut off above the ground about that much the pipes that are coming up out of the ground now. Then cut holes in the bottom of this base and weld it to those pipes. Then put the concrete anchors in. Then cut it off flush with this base. So that means the base, it would be just like it was on J-bolts in the concrete because it'll be hooked up to the 3 bars coming up out of the concrete. And that's the way it'll be. And it'll work much, much better that way. So, yeah, that's probably going to happen tomorrow. I got the guy coming. I hope he can cut a hole in this thing. I'm not sure if he can, but I'm hoping he can. And if he can, that would be great. That would be absolutely fantastic. I'm still working with this screen, trying to get it a little bit bigger. Anybody watching on YouTube that's got anything to say, feel free to chime in. Rob is saying he must get an Arrow 2, but it's going to be a while. Well, you can get a pretty good one from Ham Radio Outlet. I would suggest to go there. A couple other places sell it, but don't buy it on Amazon. Amazon, you'll find one that's dirt cheap. It's less than $200, but the dirty little secret is it doesn't have the duplexer in it. So if you need the duplexer to use with an HT, it's useless. And then you got to buy the duplexer. And you know who's doing that? Gigaparts. They're selling it without the duplexer. You think you're getting a great deal. You get it. And you're like, how do I hook up a wire to this? There's nothing there. So don't buy it. Don't buy it that way. You think. And then I actually ended up spending more money because I had to buy the duplexer separate. And that cost me money. So altogether, I could have got both of them together at HRO for much less. But hey, shit happens, you know. What can I say?
I got mine right from Arrow, and then right on their website, and it was probably the same price, and you could pick if you want the duplexer or not on their site.
Right.
So,
well, they didn't tell you that on the Amazon ad on Gigaparts. Didn't tell you that part, which I thought was kind of rude. They should have let you know, oh, by the way, this doesn't have a duplexer. They didn't say it. You just thought you were getting a great deal because, well, it's 220 here, but it's only 160 here. So you buy the 160 and they charge you $40 for the duplexer and shipping and all that, all that other fun stuff. So anyway. All right, boys. I think I'm going to cut it early tonight because this was a good experiment. We got to see how this thing works. If I click speaker, yeah, this is what I'm normally used to seeing. How do you guys see? You just see me on the screen big right now?
I gotta wait for it to catch up.
Oh, you're watching on YouTube still?
Yeah. On Zoom, it's just you. With me up in the corner, but okay, yeah. Now you're big on, and we're at the top.
Okay. Kind of figuring this thing out as we go along. If I hit multi-speaker, I think we can it just stays on the screen. It just highlights the room that people are talking. And then they have themes and all. I got to learn how to use Zoom. You think since 2020 I would have figured it out by now. You know, there was so many Zoom things going on. What?
I just go live randomly when they you know, I'm messing around with Zoom. So if you want to chat with me while I'm doing it, and then just hit all the buttons and see what it does.
Yeah, that's what we got. That's what I got. That's why I was working with you earlier, Don, trying to do that and figure it out. But hey, I'm feeling good about this. I don't see anybody in the chat. I got Rob. Probably if I looked at my YouTube page, I could see who's on here.
10 people.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
How come I don't see that? Let me go to
Hey,
Zoom.
you can't see it on OBS. I don't know why OBS doesn't show that.
Yeah, I'm looking at Zoom right now. It says I started 40 minutes ago, which I did because I started before 6. And it says there's 12 people watching. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And if you look at the show notes, I'm putting it on the screen now. Here's where is it? I thought I put it in here. The link to WSJTX Improved. Yeah, it's in there. How come it's not on this screen? Let me get it and put it in the chat. It's on SoundForge, if anybody knows what that is. I put it in OBS, but it didn't pass it on to here. So I'll put that in the chat right now. This is for WSJTX Improved. That is the link you can go to. All right. TJ Walton's going to be on SO50 at 8:03. And at 7 o'clock, I'll be on the St. Augustine Amateur Radio Society net. I'm going there next. So you can meet me over there. That's on their repeater, which is on 146725726. I forget. Look it up. St. Augustine Amateur Radio Society, and I can talk to you there. I really like the lighting, though, with the background on Zoom. That came out pretty nice. I had to adjust it a little bit and adjust the camera settings, but it came out pretty good. All right, so I'll put that on the screen for the YouTube guys. If anybody wants to talk to GJ, he's going to be on SO50 at 8:03 if you want to get over there and chat with him. If you want to get WSJTX Improved, there is the link, and you could do it there. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this in the future. I thought if you were in the waiting room, you would still hear the live feed. I don't know why you don't hear that. I got to figure that out. I got to learn Zoom again, or for the first time, find out what I can do with it. But hey, I got the audio.
You might have to take Zoom and port it into OBS for you.
I am.
Use that.
I already have. I installed virtual audio cables, so the audio from OBS goes into Zoom and vice versa. Zoom audio goes into OBS. So the video was the tough part because what I got to do in the Zoom meeting, I got to pick a. Let's see, what does this say? TJ, if the rain subsides, I might. So Greg's going to try to meet you on SO50, TJ. And Paul says WSJTX Approved has been out for over a year ago. Why is it everyone's jumping on now? Well, I've been on it for a while. I've been using it, Paul, for about a year. That's probably the truth. It's been about a year. Mike, K at MRD, didn't know about it. He just found out about it this week and did a video on it. So if you go look at Ham Radio Tube, Mike just did a video on WJTX Improved. I've been using it for about a year, Paul, and I love it. And the nice thing I didn't know about that Mike told me about, who lives down in Fort Myers, he said, go in there and set it up for full duplex. See, in the past, you had to use 2 instances of WSJTX in order to work satellites, FT4, because you had one that listened and one that transmitted. Now you don't have to, because now it has a setting that's set up as full duplex. So you can do it all with one instance of WJTX improved. Yeah, Rob's saying he had it just over a year also.
I think another thing that got people to get into that now too is there's a Foxhound mode, I think, for DX expeditions.
There is.
And a lot of people seen that and decided, oh, I want to do that. You can only do it with the Improved, I think.
Actually, no, you could do Fox and Hound with the other one too. You could do it with that too. It just, a lot of people don't take the time to learn how to do Fox and Hound. Like if you're doing voice, it's easy because when you hear somebody talking, they'll say receive in 5 hertz up or something like that. So then you know it's Fox and Hound. And you got to set your radio to work split mode. So when you transmit, it's on the 5 hertz up, and when you receive, it's on 5 hertz down or whatever it is, 10 hertz. I have two. T.O. had the author on Nuggets last year. Yeah, I remember that. I did see that video, Paul. And that's what made me go out and get it. And I started using it. I just didn't know it had full duplex in it until Mike told me down in Fort Myers. He's the one that told me it had full duplex. He's also the one I got to give credit to for getting me on IO 118, 117. Oh, God. I'm losing it. I'm sitting here looking at a chewed up mic cable, really pissed off, but I can't get mad at this dog because she's so damn cute. I have to protect her from herself. That's what I got to do. That's what happens when she's alone is what I'm afraid of. I have the door closed, so I know she's in here someplace, but she's out of sight right now. She's behind a green screen, but I'll check on her, and I hope she didn't find something else to chew in the meantime. Any piece of paper that's on the ground, anything, she starts ripping it to shreds. So I have to make sure I keep that stuff away from her. TJ left. I guess he sent something in the chat. What'd he say? Gotta go, guys. It's been fun. Great podcast. 73 all. All right, TJ, thanks for coming. And everybody else, thanks for coming. And all you people that are following me on YouTube and everything, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate all your support. Stay tuned. We're going to be doing more of this, and I'm going to be getting more people on here. I have a paid subscription to Zoom, so we can get a lot of people on a Zoom call, and we're not limited. So anybody that wants to come on, you got questions, if I'm not doing anything in particular, or if I'm just chasing a satellite, get on. You can talk to me. Most of the times, Don's on the same satellites I'm on, even though he's up in Michigan. He gets them first if they're coming down from the north. I get them first if they're coming up from the south. And I get Don on satellites often. So on that note, Don, thanks for coming, man. You have a great night, and we'll keep in touch.
Yeah. You're on the satellites a little bit more than me lately because it's cold here.
Oh, that's right. That's almost as bad as working, living in the cold.
Don't say that word. I haven't had to do that in like 4 years.
Oh, I haven't done it since 2010. And I'm waiting for somebody to tap me on the shoulder. Go, Mike, wake up. Time to go to work. Come on, wake up. I did it for 37 years. Oh, although the way my finances are right now, I may have to go out and get a job. J-O-B. We'll see. I'll use the excuse I got to stay home and take care of the dog.
There you go.
All right, man. Don, you have a good night. Take care. Great talking to you.
You too. 73.
See you. All right, everybody. You know me. I'm going to go over to, I'm going to switch this video. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get out of the Zoom call completely because it was only the 4 of us. Get out of that. And meeting. Back to the solo camera on OBS. Hey, I can see you guys again. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming. I know it wasn't a full hour tonight. It was almost an hour. I got to get it on the net anyway. So take care, everybody. Remember what I always say. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, even unless it's with me. Don't do it without me. Something like that. All right. Take care. 73.